Did you know that more than 20 million bottles of Sriracha are sold every year, yet the company behind the famous Rooster label has never spent even a single dollar on traditional advertising? This is a global phenomenon that conquered the world entirely through word of mouth. But have you ever wondered why this particular red sauce tastes completely different from every other chili sauce on the shelf? It's not just hot sauce, it's not just chili heat, and it's definitely not a simple recipe. Inside that bright red bottle is a balance so precise that if even one ingredient changes slightly, the entire flavor changes. So what is really inside that bottle? And why did this sauce change everything? This is QC Project Simple Things. Today, let's explore the answer together in this series. Long before Sriracha became a familiar sight in American kitchens, the name belonged to a real place. Sriracha comes from Sriracha, a coastal town on the eastern side of Thailand. Known for fishing, seafood markets, and life by the water, the town gave its name to a style of chili sauce that would eventually travel far beyond its shoreline. In Thai pronunciation, the word sounds closer to Sriracha than the sharper Sriracha many English speakers use today. The modern global pronunciation may differ, but the origin remains the same. Most food historians trace the earliest popular version of the sauce to the 1930s, when a Thai woman named Thanom Chakapak created a chili garlic sauce in the Sriracha area. It was originally made to pair with fresh seafood, especially dishes common along the coast. That pairing makes sense. Sweetness balances salt, garlic adds aroma, and chili cuts through richness. What began as a local table sauce slowly spread through markets and households across Thailand. Years later, the word Sriracha took on a second life in the United States. In 1980, Vietnamese immigrant David Tran founded Huy Fong Foods in California and created the now famous Rooster bottle. His sauce was inspired by Southeast Asian chili sauces, but it was not a copy of the Thai original. It used different peppers, a different texture, and a flavor profile designed for a new audience. That is why Sriracha today means two connected things at once: a place in Thailand and a broader family of sauces shaped by migration, trade, and taste. Few names have traveled so far while still carrying the memory of the town where they began. At first glance, Sriracha looks simple, just a bright red sauce in a squeeze bottle. But what made it famous is not complexity through dozens of ingredients. It is the opposite, a small group of components working in unusually careful balance. Most classic Sriracha-style sauces are built from red chili peppers, garlic, sugar, salt, and vinegar. Some versions also include thickeners or stabilizers, but the core identity usually comes from those 5 familiar elements. Red chili peppers are the heart of the sauce. They provide color, aroma, and the heat people expect. The spiciness comes largely from capsaicinoids, natural compounds found in peppers. But peppers do more than burn. They also bring fruitiness, freshness, and subtle earthy notes depending on the variety used. That is why 2 chili sauces with the same heat level can still taste completely different. Garlic gives Sriracha much of its personality. Without it, the sauce would feel flatter and more ordinary. Garlic adds depth, sharpness, and a savory aroma that lingers after the heat fades. Sugar plays an equally important role. It does not simply make the sauce sweet, it softens the edges of the chili and rounds out the flavor so the heat feels smoother and more approachable. Salt sharpens everything. It boosts flavor perception and helps each ingredient taste more vivid. Vinegar brings brightness and acidity, cutting through richness in foods like eggs, noodles, pizza, or fried dishes. That is one reason Sriracha pairs with so many meals. It wakes up heavy foods instead of covering them. So what is Sriracha really? It is not just spicy sauce. It is a balanced condiment where heat, sweetness, savoriness, and acidity meet in the same spoonful. The ingredient list may look ordinary, but the experience is anything but. Knowing what Sriracha is made of explains the ingredients, but not the experience. And that is where the real mystery begins. Many sauces also contain chili, garlic, sugar, salt, and vinegar. Yet they cannot recreate the taste of Sriracha. The difference lies in how the flavors appear, interact, and linger on the palate. It is not a single taste. It is an entire sequence. Most people notice the sweetness first. It lands quickly and makes the first impression friendly rather than aggressive. Then garlic follows, adding warmth and a savory depth that feels familiar and comforting. Only after that does the heat begin to rise. Instead of striking all at once, the spice often builds gradually, spreading across the tongue and lingering for several moments. That delayed heat is one reason many people keep reaching for another bite. Texture also matters more than people realize. Sriracha is usually thicker and smoother than many watery hot sauces, so it coats food instead of running off. That means the flavor stays in contact with your tongue longer, giving sweetness, acidity, and heat more time to register. A thinner sauce may feel sharper and disappear quickly. Sriracha tends to stay present. Acidity plays another quiet role. It cuts heaviness without overpowering the dish. Meanwhile, salt enhances everything else, making flavors seem fuller and clearer. So why does Sriracha taste different? Because it was never only about heat. It delivers sweetness before fire, savoriness before sharpness, and balance before intensity. Many sauces try to dominate a meal. Sriracha often finds a way to join it. The secret behind Sriracha's vibrant flavor is not complex chemical additives. It is extreme speed. Unlike most hot sauces that use dried peppers or peppers aged for long periods, Sriracha is made from fresh jalapeno peppers that must be processed within hours of harvest. At the peak of the season, a constant stream of trucks transports tons of bright red peppers directly from the fields to the factory. The moment they arrive, the race against time begins. The peppers are washed and immediately ground into a coarse mash, including the seeds. This rapid processing preserves the volatile oils and the natural brightness of the peppers, qualities that would disappear if the peppers were left in storage for even a single day. Once the peppers have been crushed, the blending process begins with mathematical precision. Massive industrial tanks combine the ground pepper mash with salt, sugar, garlic, and vinegar. Salt acts as a natural guardian, drawing out moisture and creating an environment where the peppers can ferment safely. This fermentation process is the soul of the sauce. It is where the sharp heat of jalapeno peppers softens into the mellow, rich sweetness that all of us crave. To keep the color consistently fire engine red without using artificial dyes, the factory must carefully control oxygen exposure during mixing because contact with air can turn that brilliant red into a dull brown. The final stage is a model lesson in modern packaging. Because the sauce is thick and contains natural plant particles, it requires specialized machinery to pump it into the iconic clear bottles without creating air bubbles. Even more interesting, the factory produces the bottles on site to ensure they are completely sterile and ready the very moment the sauce is finished. The green cap is then tightened into place, serving as the final seal for that preserved freshness. By the time the bottle reaches your table, it has become a stable, shelf-ready product, yet somehow still holds a flavor that feels as if it was picked fresh from the field just yesterday. Once you understand where Sriracha comes from, it becomes easier to see why so many myths grew around it. One of the most common misconceptions is that Sriracha is simply just another hot sauce. In reality, it was never designed to deliver heat alone. Its popularity comes from balance, sweetness, garlic, acidity, and spice working together. Many sauces burn quickly and fade. Sriracha tends to build gradually and stay flavorful. Another myth is that all Sriracha tastes the same. That is not true. Sriracha is now used as a style name by many brands, and recipes vary widely. Some versions are sweeter, some sharper, some thinner, and some far hotter than others. The famous Rooster bottle may be iconic, but it is only one version of a broader category. Some people also believe the bright red color must come from artificial dyes. In many well-known versions, the color primarily comes from ripe red chili peppers themselves. Pepper variety, ripeness, and processing conditions strongly affect the final shade. There is also the idea that Sriracha belongs only in Asian food, yet one reason it became global is its versatility. People use it on eggs, burgers, fries, pizza, noodles, soups, sandwiches, and marinades. It crosses cuisines because its flavor profile is flexible. Finally, many assume Sriracha became famous through huge advertising campaigns. In fact, some of its most recognized success came through word of mouth, restaurant tables, and loyal customers introducing it to others. So the truth about Sriracha is simple. It became misunderstood for the same reason it became famous. It refused to fit neatly into one category. And once something escapes categories, it often enters culture. Sriracha did far more than become a condiment. It became a symbol of modern food culture. In the late 2000s and 2010s, the sauce moved from restaurant-side tables into mainstream supermarkets, social media, cookbooks, and pop culture. It appeared in recipes for burgers, tacos, ramen, popcorn, mayonnaise, and even snacks inspired by its flavor. For many younger consumers, keeping a bottle in the fridge became almost a statement of taste, bold, playful, and globally curious. Chefs helped accelerate that rise. David Chang, founder of Momofuku, frequently embraced spicy condiments and helped normalize Asian flavors in contemporary American dining. Celebrity chef Bobby Flay has also spoken positively about hot sauces and layered heat in cooking, part of the broader trend that made sauces like Sriracha mainstream. Television personality Chrissy Teigen has publicly praised Sriracha in interviews and recipes, helping reinforce its everyday appeal. Its influence spread beyond kitchens. Sriracha-themed merchandise, parody products, cookbooks, and even documentaries appeared. In 2013, the documentary Sriracha explored the unexpected cultural rise of the sauce. Few condiments inspire films. What made this possible was timing. Sriracha rose during an era when people wanted stronger flavors, immigrant food traditions were entering the mainstream, and diners were more adventurous than before. The bottle became shorthand for openness to new tastes, so the legacy of Sriracha is larger than heat. It helped make global flavor feel normal, casual, and welcome at the everyday table. And if Sriracha has become a global icon, the next useful skill is knowing how to recognize a good bottle in seconds. This is the 10-second rule I want to give you to help you become a true expert in this irresistibly spicy flavor. First, look at the color. A quality Sriracha should appear vibrant red to deep red, not grayish, faded, or overly brown. Natural variation exists, but dull color can suggest age, oxidation, or poor storage. Second, check the texture through the bottle. The sauce should look smooth and evenly blended, with a consistent body. It should not appear watery at the top and dense at the bottom, which may indicate separation from long storage. Third, read the ingredient list. Strong Sriracha products usually keep it relatively straightforward. Chili peppers, garlic, sugar, salt, vinegar, and stabilizers if needed. A very long list of unnecessary additives may not always mean bad quality, but simpler formulas often signal confidence in the base ingredients. Fourth, examine the cap and seal. The lid should be tight, clean, and free of dried buildup around the nozzle. Crust around the opening can simply mean prior use, but on a store shelf it may indicate leakage or poor handling. Finally, trust the aroma after opening. A good Sriracha should smell bright, garlicky, peppery, and appetizing, not sour in a spoiled way, musty, or flat. That is the full test. Color, texture, ingredients, seal, aroma. 10 seconds is enough. You do not need to be a chef or food scientist. You just need to know what freshness and balance usually look like. Sometimes the most familiar things are the ones we understand the least. A bottle of Sriracha may seem ordinary, something sitting quietly on a kitchen shelf ready to add heat to the next meal. But behind that simple shape lives a much larger story. A coastal town in Thailand, immigrant ambition in America, farming seasons, food science, flavor chemistry, and millions of people who made room for something new at their table. That is the real lesson hidden inside this source. Everyday objects are rarely just objects. They carry history, movement, culture, and human creativity in ways we often overlook. If you enjoyed uncovering the hidden story behind simple things, stay with us for the next one. This is QC Project, Simple Things. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join us as we keep exploring the fascinating secrets hiding in plain sight.